I want to be honest with everybody. I don't want the credit or the danger being the one credited with exposing the fact that the Army and the Marines are forced to grow the opium that is up over 12-fold since the U.S. took over 8+ years ago in Afghanistan. I mean, I don't deserve the credit. It's in the New York Times. It's on Fox News. It's on CNN. It's in Reuters, AP. I've shown you all the articles. I've played clips of Geraldo going, they don't like it, but they've got to do it. They've got to help grow it, or the Taliban will get the money. Al-Qaeda will get the money. No, you decriminalize it, then there's no money involved in it. I mean, we've always known the government's been shipping the drugs in. And then they bust you at the low level if you're dumb enough to use it. And the number one message is, don't ever use drugs for the first time. They will addict you, and you will be a slave. But why don't all these parents and people that are calling, the Congress and, making all this attention, and I've gotten a lot of emails about it. The caller was just confirming the feedback we're already getting. Why don't you go get the articles, and when you call Congress, and don't just say it's Alex Jones, say, here's the New York Times. But the New York Times reports it like it's no big deal. They go, yeah, they're helping grow it, it's good. I told you 8-9 months ago, I heard it on BBC before I heard it here in the U.S. I mean, I already knew it, but the fact that they can't hide it because the troops are going, why am I doing this? Now they have to just come out in the open and say it. This is a fact. You can't live in denial. Just like Cy Hirsch first reported that Cheney wanted to attack U.S. ships and blame it on Iran, then that got declassified, and that's why Admiral Fox Fallon quit. U.S. troops carrying out battlefield executions in Afghanistan, Seymour Hirsch says. Instead of just going over his New Yorker magazine article, let's play the video and audio of that exchange, because this is important information. We ready with that video, boys? Here it is.
And the purpose of my stories was to take it out of the field into the White House, and where it does, it's not that the president or the Secretary of Defense, Mr. Rumsfeld, or Bush or Cheney, it's not that they knew what happened in Abu Ghraib, it's that they had allowed this kind of activity to happen. And I'll tell you right now, one of the great tragedies of my country is that Mr. Obama is looking the other way, because equally horrible things are happening to prisoners, to those we capture in Afghanistan. They're being executed in the battlefield. It's unbelievable stuff going on there that doesn't necessarily get reported. And things don't change. What they've done in the field now is they tell the troops, you have to make a determination within a day or two or so whether or not the prisoners you have, the detainees, are Taliban. And you must extract whatever tactical intelligence you can get, as opposed to strategic long-range intelligence, immediately. And if you cannot conclude they're Taliban, you must turn them free. What it means is, and I've been told this anecdotally by 5 or 6 different people, battlefield executions are taking place. What if they can't prove they're Taliban? Bam. If we don't do it ourselves, we turn them over to the nearby Afghan troops, and by the time we walk 3 feet, the bullets are flying. And that's going on now.
By the way, I've never seen Cy Hirsch be wrong. I mean, that guy, Pulitzer Prize winner, he's all about his reputation. He's got the sources. Now, here's the issue. Here's a headline, New York Times, proposal would delay hearings in terror cases. Here's another one. Lieberman proposes taking away citizenship of suspected terrorist. Well, the federal judge has already ordered Hattari released, and the feds have filed an appeal, because it turns out Hattari wasn't planning anything. Everything that they claim they're going to use on Al-Qaeda or Taliban is really to be used here in America. And those are war crimes. The Nazis executed prisoners. And now it's supposedly macho and cool to kill prisoners. No, ladies and gentlemen, they have no idea who they're arresting out there. And so if they can't prove they're one way or the other, they just kill them. And as Hirsch said, this came out in mainstream news, where the U.S. in one day handed over 3,000 Taliban prisoners over to the Afghans, and they just locked them in containers, sardined in, big trash containers, and then 5 days later they were all dead. You die in 4 or 5 days from no water or food. In fact, it's a form of crucifixion. Crucifixion, it isn't the nails in your hands and your feet that kill you. It's that you can't breathe. Well, you cram 100 guys in to a box, they die. And normally it took just a day or two to kill them. But this is the type of stuff going on. And these military people, I saw a headline today that majority of hospitalized troops are there for mental illness. Well, I mean, how many World War II vets in a just war from one tour were screwed up, or World War I, or Vietnam, or Korea? I mean, how many old guys, you know, working at the gas station, somebody looked at them wrong and they just killed them because they were a World War II vet and were desensitized to kill people and had a hair trigger? That was from one tour. I mean, everybody knows, don't mess with that old vet. He'll go, I mean, how many times have you seen a cop pull over some old vet and he shoots him because he didn't want to be taught, you know, he didn't want to be told what to do. These guys have passed a threshold where they are killing machines. Well, they serve 2, 3, 4, 5 tours. They're completely whacked out of their minds, and they're coming back here to be cops. All right, I'm going to shut up now and go to your calls and continue with calls. Who was it that disagreed? Cliff in Colorado on the immigration issue disagrees. Let's find out what he disagrees with. Cliff, go ahead.
Thanks for taking my call.
You bet.
Boycott Arizona. It's unconstitutional. Hey, Alex, I want to invite you to rejoin the truth movement. The lies you spread about immigrants are numerous and odious.
Really?
The same old dumb, lazy, dangerous stereotypes my grandparents and parents had to endure, you're reincarnating. I'm all about free speech, so if you have to lie to support your close-the-border position, have at it. Don't claim you're truthful. To paraphrase Tarpley from Tuesday, nativist no-thinkers are best left to Fox, Savage, and Rush. Anyone not focusing on Wall Street is spinning their wheels. Reactionary racist rhetoric is often spewed by operatives.
All right, well, you've written all this down to read it to me. Let's be honest. Number one, you've called me a liar. Number two, can racism go both ways? I mean, I can play you countless videos of Mitchell and LaRaza calling white people all sorts of names. I'm somebody who's protested the Klan and everybody else many, many times. All the big white supremacist sites attack me. Why? Because I don't join in on what they're doing. But when they make a movie like Machete where white people are evil, anybody who wants to control the border wants to murder Hispanic children in the movie and is crucifying Catholic priest, I have the script. It's very incendiary. So let's just agree. There are black racists, there are white racists, there are Asian racists, there are Hispanic racists. I bet there's Eskimo racist. And, to sit here and just say that, you're closed the border. I'm all for legal immigration. The issue is a lot of the people coming in from Mexico, and I've been in the rallies, I've shot video of it, are saying this is Mexico, pilgrims go home. Now, are you saying that's a lie?
No, that's not a lie. I agree that racism from any direction is
okay, well, then you're
incorrect.
misunderstanding what I'm saying. I'm sick of it. Look, J.P. Morgan, Goldman Sachs, the big banks, they all lobby for carbon taxes, they lobby for wars, they lobby for big police state, and they lobby for open borders and NAFTA and GATT. NAFTA's destroyed Mexico. NAFTA's destroyed our industry. This is not good. I want Mexico to be free. If Mexico ever became a free government and was free market, it's beautiful. I'd probably move down there. Okay? Listen, let me tell you something. You think I like having to come out against Machete and Robert Rodriguez? I'm somebody who lives in Austin. I'm somebody who the Austin Film Society and the Texas Film Society like. I'm somebody whose phone has rung twice to be put in major motion pictures without even asking. I've been asked to cast for major movies that aren't political, so I said no because I don't care about being in movies. But when I could politically be in Linkletter movies, like A Scanner Darkly with Keanu Reeves and Woody Harrelson and others, I did it, or Waking Life. Okay, so do you think I want to come out against Robert Rodriguez and burn bridges here in the film community because I know how it'll be taken? I mean, I have to take a major stand here, sir. And I mean, I've read the script. Okay, I mean, it is like something the Ku Klux Klan would make, but from a Hispanic perspective. And why do you think Hispanic members of Rodriguez's crew called me and told me this information? Why do you think I'm getting the scripts? Because they are very smart and they know this is going to create a backlash against Hispanics. Do you understand that? I mean, this movie is incendiary, okay? And I know there's been white racists that beat up Mexicans and treated Hispanics badly. But, this is the 21st century, and I'm here to tell you I'm a white person, and I don't see much racism from white people where I live. I hear a lot of racist rhetoric towards me like I'm inherently bad. So all I'm calling for is national sovereignty. I mean, shouldn't the people that are coming here illegally at least say they want to be Americans? All I hear is this is Mexico.
All I'm asking is for you not to make these incendiary statements like you can let roaches in, but you can't let them out.
I never said that.
Said 30 million are bringing in.
I never said that. I said that they won't let the American people in. Just like I talked about rich people leaving the U.S. because they know you won't be able to leave soon. I'm saying roaches can get in, roaches can't get out. So you totally misinterpret that. I'm saying they don't want... I've admitted that border security is going to be used to keep the American people in. That was my point. Nothing to do with Hispanics being roaches. Good God, man. We'll be right back. Listen to what I say carefully.